Hi, my name is Tina Striegel. I go to school at Grace Basin College. I am getting a degree in substance abuse counseling, and I hope to get my bachelor's and eventually after that become an interventionist. My favorite movie is Intervention, with personal experience and family situations. Being that I'm not able to help other in my family, I am hoping to help others in my community. The article that I looked up today to read is about having therapy, treatment centers, counseling sessions, mental sessions for disorders with the family and adolescents that are addicted to drugs. I do feel, and being involved with my situation, I do feel that families should be together through the addiction as well, because they are also involved emotionally, financially, spiritually, ethically. Children are involved. Being a discussion, not being open enough. And so I do feel that families should get together. The study that they conducted on this was at least 50% of the adolescents that were treated in 3 different treatment centers recovered from their addiction. 46% of them were hard drug users, starting on heroin even at the age of 15, 16 years old. I see where the adolescence does get into addiction a little bit easier. They have easier ways to hide it than an adult does. Nobody sees really adolescents becoming addicted to drugs or alcohol at an early age. I have seen this where I used to live at before, a reservation. Indian reservations in that state are not allowed to have alcohol on the reservation. So they come to town, and a lot of teenagers are able to get alcohol from other people, get drugs from other people, do the drugs in town, they get in trouble, and then they got to find their way back home because they spent all of their money on drugs and alcohol. Where I live at now, I do see the majority of adolescents on drugs and alcohol. There are new support centers here in this community where I live that are enabling the family to get together. Another one was the parenting skills class that they do here at the Boys and Girls Club. It's a 6 to 8 week session, and parents, grandparents, foster parents, some of them are required to go to this class to help the children that have siblings that are addicted to drugs or alcohol, that have parents that are addicted to drugs or alcohol. The Family Support Center here has a lot of good counseling now. They are hiring more therapists. So this community is seeing that we really need this. And I just feel that, families, communities need to get together. The opioid epidemic is getting a lot worse. And being in rural communities, we don't have a lot of resources available. Some families have to go 2.5 hours, 5.5 hours, just to get to a treatment center, just to get the help that they need. Drug court helps, probation kind of helps, but a lot of these people here need the in-house treatment with their families, and there are treatment centers around us now that will let adolescents bring their families in. The mothers bringing their children in so they can learn parenting skills. The teenagers learning how to cope with life. Their brain doesn't fully grow until the age of 25. So when they are addicted to drugs and alcohol at an early age, they are destroying their brain. And they don't realize that. They're using alcohol and drugs to cope with emotional, physical pain. There's a lot of neglect that goes on. There is so much with the children that this community is having a hard time trying to help them, but they're building it up. So the resource and the article that I read on showed a vast improvement for recovery with teenagers. If the family is involved, siblings are involved, even grandparents, and they all counsel together and help that one individual, it is a very good recovery. I hope my discussion taught anybody that looks at this, and thank you for listening.